thing right now. I feel good about taking over First Take. Don't be mad, Stephen A. But I'm going to tell you one thing about taking over something. Paul George took over the Clippers yesterday for sure. Made sure that he made his presence felt in Utah. Everybody was doubting my man PG-13, but he showed up. He came out on fire. Woo! Dropping dimes, double-doubles, playing defense all the way around. Now, they back in L.A. with the cardboard cutouts in the stands. Let's see if they can handle it and close this thing out. First Take is next.
What can you say about the resilience from this squad?
I love the way we fight. This team never gives up.
It's the playoffs. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win.
Embiid is rolling early.
Keep going.
Sixers with all kind of swagger. Lou Williams feeling it. Oh my goodness. Here he goes. And Young scores again. Gallinari. Big shot for the Hawks. What a comeback and what a collapse.
Playoff basketball really has been next level this week. And all I know, guys, Game 6 in Atlanta going to be absolutely ridiculous. I can't even imagine who's going to show up in the ATL to watch the Hawks show out. But with that, everybody, welcome to First Take. It's Thursday. I'm Charlie Arnott. We got two very special guys in the house pulling double duty this morning. Alan Hahn, Keyshawn Johnson. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Good.
You
Good
all
now.
that blue again.
Yeah, blue.
Match those eyes.
The eyes. There's
The
no doubt
eyes.
about that. Yes, and you know, usually that's why I'm happy that you're here, Charlie, because normally I'm the one setting him up.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm just gonna, quote a great book that I once read said, "You can just give me the damn ball."
Okay. Sit back, relax, but don't actually relax because we have a lot to get to. And first thing we're getting to, Game 5. It was the 76ers to lose. They were up by 26 in the third. Their win probability percentage, 99.7%. But a quick 8-2 run set the tone for the big fourth quarter that followed. In the final quarter, Atlanta outscored Philly 40-19. Now the series heads to Atlanta with the Hawks in the driver's seat following the 109-106 upset over Philly. Here's Doc Rivers after the game.
The mood was down. It was awful. What would you think it would be? It would have to be, right? And so this is part of sports. You have some awful moments in it. There's no guaranteed path to getting to your goal. It's on all of us. It's on me. It's on the players. And we have to figure out how to get back up, which we will, and bring this game back here for Game 7.
All right, Han, we're starting with you here. Are you more impressed with the Hawks win or disappointed in the Sixers loss?
Disappointed in the Sixers. This series should be over. This series should be over. This series was over, in fact. This series should have been 3-1 going back home, and then you finish the job. You have big leads in the last two games, and you can't close the deal, and you have the better players. You have two All-Stars. But let's not even talk about the All-Stars that you have. Let's talk more about the fact that you've got three guys that are all defensive players. All guys, three defensive players. And all you have to do is play defense. And no one did that. So you've got to learn how to close the deal as a team. How long is the process going to go? Is the process ever going to be about closing? That's the question about the Sixers. But no, I'm disappointed because Philly, the number one seed, this series should be over.
Well, it's not over.
It's not over.
No matter what the situation is, you should be up 3-1, but you not. You're down now. Atlanta's going to close it out at home. Trae Young in that crew, Lou Will in that crew, taking care of business in Philly. Philadelphia, you can give credit to Atlanta. It's okay. Because you had an opportunity to close things out and finish the deal. But guess what you decided to do? You're going to leave, as Stephen A. would say, you're going to leave Ben Simmons in and allow us to foul him on a consistent basis and put him at the free throw line to not convert. You continue to do that. So it's your fault. It's not our fault. We taking care of our business and doing what we're supposed to do. You're fouling us. You're allowing us to get open threes all day long. Lou Williams scored 13 points, I believe, in the fourth quarter. And you allowed that to happen. Instead of
that
playing
goes back to my point about defense or lack
instead
thereof.
of playing the defense, to thinking the way that you know how to do it, we force you into doing things. We got the pressure on you. You started to panic. And then eventually, you folded. So now you're going on the road to our home where we got plenty of chicken wings, lemon pepper, mine.
Yum.
Yeah.
Extra crispy, all flats. And it's going to be rocky in Atlanta.
It will be. And it's to me, again, when you're saying you left, You're talking about Doc Rivers. And you're talking about a head coach that also now, in the back of his mind, knows that he's been at the helm. And I love Doc. He's been at the helm of some epic meltdowns now in these last 2 years when he's been the coach. That's what we've seen. He's got to learn how to close as a coach. But what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to take a max player, an all-star, an all-defensive player, a guy who thought he should be defense player of the year? I'm supposed to take you off the floor when I'm trying to protect the lead? You talk about like how he should be, well, why is Ben Simmons still in the game? Because I'm not trying to get offense. I'm not trying to chase a lead. I'm trying to protect one. And I mean, you should know this from football. When you're trying to protect the lead, it's defense that matters the most.
You're not trying to
and they
protect
didn't
the
do
lead
that.
because you're not playing defense. You're the coach. And for whatever reason, the situation was that you decide to crack under that pressure and not make the necessary adjustments late in the game for your defensive team, your unit that you roll out there to stop what we were doing on offense, because we were chipping away. And I'll say we as in Atlanta.
Yep.
Chipping away at it, and then yet and still, you stayed with the same unit on the floor.
Well, what's he supposed
That's
to do?
the pressure
he didn't.
That's the
No, he
pressure
didn't.
that's applied to you.
Everybody wants to put this on Ben Simmons because of what happened late. Let's not forget, Joel Embiid missed a layup late in Game 4 that cost him that game. Joel Embiid also missed 2 free throws late in this game as well in Game 5 that cost him.
I think he was
this game
11
as well.
for 11 before that at the line, too.
But in clutch, when
Yep.
it matters
Yeah,
most.
no, of course.
Clutch, what matters most. And then, of course, when Joel Embiid was not on the floor, that's when the lead started going away because Dwight Howard and them guys off the bench weren't getting it done. Doc Rivers has to give Joel Embiid a break. But when he does, they can't just give away leads. And that's what happened.
But you got to know your unit. If you're the head coach, you got to know what unit to put out on the floor. The one thing that you've given us in Atlanta now is hope, Charlie. You've given us the hope that we can finish the deal. It's
true.
Because you've given us this confidence. And that's where they're at.
And that's kind of how they felt the entire way. I mean, you heard Trae Young after the game. He said he never had any doubt that he and his teammates could pull it off. And look what they did. And I will give you just a little stat. The 76ers were 165-0 in the past 25 seasons when leading by at least 25 points at any point in the game. So this puts that streak to an end. And all I have to say on the tail end of this game is on Sunday in Atlanta. So you know Magic City going up on a Monday.
Oh.
There you go.
Or Sunday night.
Just get your orders in
Yeah,
now.
well, it'll technically be Monday.
Get
You
your
know, once the
order
game's
in
over,
now.
everyone gets to the club. All right, everybody. Once the news broke yesterday about Kawhi being out for Game 5 with a sprained knee, the pressure was on for PG, who knew that he needed to step up with the series tied at 2, and that is exactly what he did, delivering a superstar performance with 37 points, a playoff career high, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists, and leading the Clippers to a 119-111 win over the Jazz. Ty Lue, what did this performance mean?
That was a big statement. I mean,
Who knew that he needed to step up with the series tied at 2, and that is exactly what he did, delivering a superstar performance with 37 points, a playoff career high, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists, and leading the Clippers to a 119-111 win over the Jazz. Ty Lue, what did this performance mean?
that was a big statement. I mean,